So to us, next generation service delivery is really all about getting what I call the hard stuff online. And you can tell it's the hard stuff because it's the things that citizens really want and are demanding. And a good example would be health records. Go get your blood test. Why can't I go get my results online? Why can't I interact with my kid's school teacher online? Why can't I get their report card? Those kinds of things. So the next generation of services will be those really high value, hard to do services that require really strong identity management. One of the biggest challenges we see, and the focus of why I'm here actually, is to try to get some collaboration happening across Canada on identity management. So one of the biggest impediments we see is the need to constantly drag people to a counter somewhere so you can produce your driver's license or your birth certificate or whatever it is, so that we can then, perhaps give you a user ID that you could then take home and use to get online for the next time you deal with us on those kind of transactions. And having to do that program by program is not going to work. We've got 3 levels of government, tons of programs. It just doesn't work. And so what we're working on, and one of the biggest challenges, is getting that identity system working as a service that we can then offer up to programs online. For us, one of the key technology spaces we're working in, again, is around identity management. So we've really settled on the ADFS2 technology and some of the standards we've embraced there, really WS-FED and SAML. And we're really using those standards to make sure that whatever we do is interoperable. And so we're focusing a lot of our investment right now on creating the corporate infrastructure around those kinds of technologies, such that as we spool up new applications and new programs and they try to offer themselves online, that they can just draw down on that corporate infrastructure. Yeah, so again, if you go back to the definition of next generation services being all about those hard to do services or those high value services, the difference will be, again, in how do I get to do that online? Because right now, a lot of it is either mail or fax, or you just can't do things. And it's a lot of frustration whenever you have to cross these jurisdictions and I need some sort of a document from one government to present to another government so that I can get a service or prove that I haven't been denied a service in another jurisdiction and those kinds of things. It is really hard work right now because it's all paper-based or mail or fax or something like that, or putting attachments into emails and trying to do it that way, which is very insecure. So I think the difference you'll see is when we can get some sort of cooperation on a set of standards and implementations so that we can move those services online in a very secure way between jurisdictions. In BC, and I think it's the same in a lot of places, we see citizens moving to self-service. So there's only so much money. There's no more money to invest in maintaining all of these offices in all of these towns and getting all of these things online. So we really are trying to encourage citizens wherever possible to use the online channel. It's better for them, it's easier, they like it a lot better, they can do it from home, they don't have to drive in. And every time we move one of those transactions online, it's $1 we save that we can then invest in that frontline channel for people that actually need it. So we can keep those offices open longer and in more places because we actually have resources to do that with, because we've saved money by moving the high volume stuff online.